Angle benchmarks. Angle benchmarks are just really common angles that you can use as a reference to estimate other angles. So the common angles, I'm going to draw something here. It's really just a cross. And I'm going to pretend this is 0 right here. So this line is 0. And as the angle rotates, keeps rotating, it's going to come to this, which is the 90 degrees. 90-degree angles are those perfect angles that look like a capital L or an uppercase L. Not in like this. That's not a capital L. Straight, and it's that perfect angle like that. That's why it's called the right angle. So we have the 90 degrees. That means each of these is going 90 degrees. So this is the first 90 degrees up to here. And then I have another 90 degrees to here. So what's 90 plus another 90? Well, 0 plus 0, 9 plus 9 is 18, 180. So this is 180 degrees. And that would be as if I'm standing one way, so I'm standing here, and I turn around and face the other way. That's a 180 degree turn. Now I need another 90 to get down to here. So what's 180 plus 90? 0 plus 0. 9 plus 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 more is 17. Regroup. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's 270. Now, another way to do this is really 90 is close to 100. So I could go what's 180 plus 100, which is 280. And then I have to take away 10 because 90 is 10 less than 100. So you can go by 100 every time and then take away 10. So what's 270 plus 100? That would be 370. Take away 10, which is 360. So if I rotate all the way around, this is 0. And if I started here and I went all the way around to here, that'd be 360 degree turn. And that's when I'm facing one way. Let's say I'm driving my bike. I'm going to jump off a ramp, and I'm going to do a 360. As I jump off the ramp, I'm facing straight ahead. I turn my bike around, facing the opposite direction, then all the way back around to the same direction I was going originally. So it's a complete turn, 360 degrees. So these angles, these are benchmark angles. 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. These are common angles, and we can use them to estimate other angles. Now, there is another set of kind of benchmarks just to make things more accurate. I could just do these, and I could be fairly accurate with my estimations, but just to be a little more accurate, there's another set, and I'm going to make these in red just to make different color. But they kind of go right in between all of these. So halfway between here and here, that's this line. And I just kind of go right through halfway. And then the same thing over here, halfway through each. So halfway between 0 and 90, halfway, well, you have to know what's half of 90. And it's 45. 45 degree angles are very common. It's a common angle. So I could take 90 and divide it in half, or I can think 45 plus another 45 equals 90. 5 plus 5 is 10. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. 90. So this here is a 45 degree angle, halfway between. So to get to this part from 90 to figure out what this halfway is, I'm just going to add another 45. So I'm going to go another 45. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 4 is 13. So this is 135 degrees right here. 180 plus another 45 to get to this halfway point. I mean, I could do here. You can see 135 plus another 45. That equals 180. So it's already 180, I know that. Now I have to figure out what this one is. So I'm going to go 180 plus another 45. So 180 plus 45, 5, 8 plus 4 is 12, plus these two, 225. So this is 225. And then it's another 45 to get to 270. And then another 45 to get to this new one. So 270 plus 45. Some people go, well, 45 is close to 50. So some people add 50 and then take away 5. So if I had 270, and I'm going to add 50, which is 5 more 10s, so what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more 10s, I'm 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 320. So 320, take away 5, which would be 315. Or you could just add 45 to the 270. 5. 7 and 4 is 11, and 315. So this is 315. So let me just clear some of this stuff out of here so it's a little more clear. So, oops. You can see here that the most important numbers, 225, these are the most common angles that we use as benchmarks to figure out or estimate what other angles are. So you should practice knowing these off the top of your head so you don't have to add them like I did. But knowing you can add them is just a way that if you forget any of them, you know what to do to add them. You just add 90 every time if you're trying to figure out these blue angles, or you add 45 if you're trying to figure out the red angles. So let's practice here. Starting, it should be 0. I'm going to move this down and make this a little smaller. So I'm going to draw another, and this is what you're going to do in your book. You're going to draw across like this. You're going to go 0, 90, 180, 270, and then it gets back to 360. Okay? Those ones are the kind of the easier ones because people talk about doing 180 tricks and doing 360 tricks, maybe 270 tricks. These are kind of the easier angles. Then it's the next set are the more difficult ones that you have to kind of either memorize or know how to add them up. So there's going to be 45, 135, 225, 315. So either memorize these or just keep practicing them or know how to get them by adding. And you're going to do this in your book.